Hello everyone, my name is Priya and I welcome you all back to my channel. Till now we have completed first 3 articles of part 4. In the last video we talked about article 38 in which we discussed how states secure a social order for the promotion of welfare of the people. This video is going to be about the next article of part 4, that is article 39. This article talks about certain principles of policy to be followed by the state. This means the state and all the authorities which comes under the definition of state have to follow certain principles while making any policy for the welfare of the citizens. Now, what are those principles? Article 39 has defined those principles in 6 different clauses. Let us understand all the clauses one by one in detail. The first clause says that the citizens, men and women, equally have the right to an adequate means to livelihood. Adequate means satisfactory, sufficient or acceptable. Livelihood means the way that you earn money or source of income. So this clause tells the state to aim and regulate its policy towards what? Towards securing both men and women to have equal right to live a satisfactory life, a dignified life by earning for themselves, by getting equal opportunity to live their life in the society. And who will ensure this? State will ensure this. Now one more important thing you should know here, that in a very famous case, Supreme Court had said that the right to livelihood is an integral and essential part of right to life mentioned in Article 21 of Part 3 of the Indian Constitution. Because if you are not giving adequate means of livelihood to people, this means you are taking their life. That's why Supreme Court has held that right to livelihood is an essential part of right to life. Right to life doesn't only mean mere existence of a person. It also means a person should get every facility to live his life. Okay? Now you will ask that if right to livelihood is a part of right to life mentioned in Article 21, then why is it again defined in Article 39? Now try to understand the difference. Right to life is a fundamental right. It is directly given to the citizens. Whereas in Article 39, the instruction has been given to the state that the state shall aim towards securing right to livelihood of both men and women by making policies. Okay? Now moving to the next clause of Article 39, that is clause B. It says that the ownership and control of the material resources of the community are so distributed as best to subserve the common good. This simply means that whatever material resources a community will have, it will be distributed equally among all for a common good, or we can say that for general welfare of the citizen. Now, what kind of resources is it talking about? It is talking about resources that comes from mining, like coal, forest resources, water or oil resources, etc. So you must know that there are many such resources which are found in India, whose control and ownership is with some company or any community. For example, Jharkhand holds largest coal reserves in India. So can Jharkhand say that it will not give its coal to anyone? No, it cannot say that. So who will ensure that whatever resources are there, it is equally distributed among all? State will ensure this. The state will make such policies that every person benefits from the resources. It will be for the general welfare of the citizens. Moving to the next clause of Article 39, that is Article 39 Clause C. It says that the operation of the economic system does not result in the concentration of wealth and means of production to the common detriment. Detriment means a way that is harmful to someone or something. Here, two things are mentioned: concentration of wealth and means of production. It says wealth should not be concentrated at one place or with one person. So the government came up with the tax system to distribute wealth, taking more tax from those who have more money and taking less tax from those who have less money, so that the government can use this tax money for the welfare of the citizens. This is one way of wealth distribution. Another way is those people who have more money, they can invest their money at different places, which will help in the economic growth. Now, apart from this, the second thing which is mentioned here is means of production. Means of production means machinery, tools, commodity, land, labor, capital which are needed to produce goods. So these things also shall not be concentrated at one place or with one person. It shall be for everyone. So again, who will ensure this? That the wealth and means of production shall not be concentrated at one place? State will ensure this, right? Next clause is Article 39 Clause D. It says that there is equal pay for equal work for both men and women. There is nothing much to understand in this. It is very clear from the statement itself that the state will ensure that if both men and women are doing same amount of work at the same workplace with the same set of skills, then there shall be equal pay for both men and women. There shall not be any gender discrimination. Okay? Moving to the next clause, that is Article 39 Clause E. It says that the health and strength of workers, men and women, and the tender age of children are not abused, and that citizens are not forced by economic necessity to enter avocations unsuited to their age and strength. Avocation means a minor occupation or a hobby. So this clause is mainly for men, women and children. It says you cannot abuse and put them in such occupation which has any bad effect on their health, which is beyond their strength, or which is inappropriate for their age, just because for their economic necessity. Like men are forced to work in dangerous mines ignoring their health. Women are made to lift heavy things even during their pregnancy at their workplace, like during construction. Children are forced to work at tea stalls, restaurants, or even as house helper in the age of their education. So all these things should not happen. And who will ensure this? State will ensure this. Now moving to the last clause of Article 39, that is Article 39 Clause F. It says that children are given opportunities and facilities to develop in a healthy manner and in conditions of freedom and dignity, and that childhood and youth are protected against exploitation and against moral and material abandonment. This simply means the state shall ensure that the children and youth get all the facilities to live their life. They get all the opportunities to develop themselves in a healthy way. Their freedom and their dignity should be taken care of. They are completely protected against exploitation. If any children does not have parents or whose parents have abandoned them, the government should take full care of their childhood, because these children can do a lot for themselves and the country in the coming future. So it is the responsibility of the government to take full care of these children and the youth of the country. That's why the government gives a lot of facilities to these children and the youth. They are given the facility to free education in government schools. They get midday meals. Some reservations are there for youth for their education and their jobs. Many orphanages are there for homeless children. And apart from this, a lot of awareness campaigns are run by the government. Now, one more thing you should note down, that this clause, that is clause F, is an amended version of the previous clause. It was amended by 42nd Amendment Act of 1976. Earlier, this clause used to say this. So we do not have to pay attention to what was there earlier. We have to understand the amended one, which we have already discussed. So that was all about Article 39, which was about certain principles of policy to be followed by the state. So basically, the responsibility of ensuring all this is upon the state. That's all for today from my side. I'll see you again in the next video with Article 39A. Till then, thank you so much for watching this video.